So 14% of the UK identify as being part of an ethnic minority, so quite a significant amount. But unfortunately, data shows us that only 1% of those people have actually been to a national park. So I think when we consider accessibility, we need to consider the fact that there are a lot of kind of interlocking barriers that are being created, which is not enabling that accessibility for certain types of people. So just another one to mention, by 2050, that 14% number is expected to reach 30%. So if we just consider for a moment that a third of the UK population would have never have been to a national park, I think we've actually got something quite serious to address. And I think anxieties around nature and forest bathing and being involved in nature, for most people, exists in a sense, but especially if you're from a black and brown background, you might feel like you're not welcome in natural environments. You might feel like you don't have accessibility to it because economically you've not been given access to it, and you've not been allowed to go. And to kind of like full circle it back to the ocean example, we at OceanSaver work with a few different organisations. One of them is called the Final Straw Foundation, who are awesome, and you definitely need to check them out. They're based in the region of the Solent, which is where we do most of our project work, in between Southampton, Portsmouth and the Isle of Wight. Bianca, who's the CEO, takes children to the beach to engage them in like positive eco behaviour, whether it's a beach cleanup or some educational stuff. And she told me that 4 out of 10 kids that they take within the radius of 15 miles had never been to the ocean before, had never even seen the beach. And you know, these are children from lots of different types of backgrounds, not just not just ethnic groups. And I think, yeah, we need to consider like what's stopping like kids from kind of getting involved in nature, and why is that inaccessibility being created? Anxiety is certainly a part of it, especially for people kind of our demographic. To layer on top of that, there are economic things getting in the way, which is stopping, all sorts of people from getting involved. So I just want to make sure in a small way that if we get to 2050 and there are 30% of people who are not engaged in nature, then we really need to start building towards that now and just kind of, alleviate a lot of those barriers.